Hey guys, give me Flake Man here. Today we're going to be doing a lesson to supplement the Japanese lesson on Maggie Sensei that was put up yesterday. The lesson is on the word TEKI. And you might be thinking, hey, I know that word. That means enemy. Well, yes, one of the TEKI words does mean enemy, but there's another TEKI which is an ending to a word, and that changes a noun into an adjective or an adverb. And I'm going to give you some examples. It's a little bit like the English able or ein, or what do we have here? If. Something that turns a noun into an adjective or adverb. I'll give you some examples here. The picture that you see in front of you now says, "Watashi wa chotto chiteki ni mieru desho?" Now this is a pretty hard sentence for if you're a super low moron. So let's go through it little by little. Watashi, of course, is me. Chotto is a little. Chiteki is chi is intelligence, or yeah, intelligence, knowledgeable. So chiteki ni means knowledgeably or intelligently. Mieru or ni mieru means look like or look. So look intelligently, a little bit, putting all the words together, right? Desho ending means right. It's kind of it's an ending that's asking the listener to agree. So of course Maggie is reading the Wall Street Journal, and she's asking if she looks rather intelligent because she's reading the Wall Street Journal. And if you go through the lesson, you're going to find a lot of examples of these, and some of these I didn't even know. So I'm going to go through some of these to admit to you that I learned quite a bit from Maggie Sensei as well. Claytonian told me he actually reads this. I didn't know that. His Japanese is amazing, and he uses this site as well. Though we're trying to increase the low-level lessons, so please look for those as well. Anyway, but the point here for listening, of course, is whenever you hear teki na or teki ni, it refers to an adjective if it's teki na, or an adverb if it's teki ni. And here's some of the examples, okay? Open. If someone's open, they're kaiho teki. And that can refer to open-minded as well. Another example we just did, chiteki, which is intelligent. Chiteki. And chiteki na would be unintelligent something. For example, chiteki na inu would be unintelligent dog. What? Why are you laughing? It's possible. Okay. One of my favorite words is sekkyoku teki. Sekkyoku teki is I see it as positive, but here it says positive, vigorous. I would also say assertive. Someone who's very assertive, aggressive in a good way, you know. But the opposite one I didn't know this word, shokyoku teki ni, passive. If you are, and the example is, if you are too passive, you won't be able to make any friends. Ammari shokyoku teki ni dato tomodachi ga dekinai yo. Ammari shokyoku teki dato tomodachi ga dekinai yo.
Shokyoku teki.
Shokyoku teki. So that basically means if you're not, if you don't go out looking for friends, you're not going to get any friends?
Right, if you stay at home.
If you just stay at home, you know, in the basement, looking at porn all the time, not going to get any friends. Let that be a lesson to you. Okay? Or listening to J-pop music. I know I'm sorry for the vulgar humor. I know a lot of young ladies are watching this. I should watch my my language. Okay, let's go on to some other ones. Kogeki teki. Kogeki teki. I've often been told I'm kogeki teki. I'm very aggressive. But I'm also very kanjo teki. I cried so much at Toy Story 3. It was embarrassing. Yeah, good movie, by the way, if you haven't seen it. That's kanjo teki. Kanjo, of course, is your emotion. So kanjo teki is emotional. Kanjo teki. Genjitsu is real or reality. So genjitsu teki is realistic, which I often use this word genjitsu teki. So for example, genjitsu teki ni ieba, speaking realistically, or genjitsu teki na hito, he's a realistic person. And I did not know the opposite. I've never used the opposite, which is hi genjitsu teki. Could you say that?
Hi genjitsu teki.
Hi genjitsu teki. It doesn't roll off the tongue, and that's someone who's unrealistic. Another word here, which also I don't use, kodo teki. I know kodo is like action, your behavior, right? Kodo. So I knew kodo was behavior, but I didn't know the kodo teki, which is someone who's an active person. And the example here is kodo teki na hito hodo un ga kiri hirakeru, which means basically active people make their own luck. If you're active, if you go out there and do something, you create your own luck. I think we have something in English as well. Like active people create their own luck. Here's one I often use, gutai teki ni. Gutai teki. Gutai teki is concretely. So concrete is gutai. So gutai teki ni, concrete, something practical, concrete, a real thing, not an abstract thing, not an ideal thing. The word for abstract is difficult. I often forget this one, and it's chūshō teki. Chūshō teki. So there you go. We're about a third way through this. By the way, you should have this window on Maggie Sensei open as you're listening to my voice and watching this, or watching me. I don't know if I'm gonna. I guess I'll show you. But I'll show you my mug here. Okay, let's go on. Ippan teki. Ippan teki is general. Something that's general is ippan teki ni. Ippan teki na hito was just a regular fellow, right?
Ippanjin.
Ippanjin. Oh, we say ippanjin. You don't say ippan teki na hito. That's grammatically correct, but nobody says it.
It's possible.
It's possible. Okay. All right. Jisen teki. I've never seen this one. Jisen teki na. Jisen teki. Jisen teki is something that's practical. Practical experience would be jisen teki na keiken. That's interesting. By the way, something that's interesting for you pervs, the word keiken, what is hatsu no keiken? Is that it?
Taiken.
Oh, that's taiken.
Hatsutaiken.
No, I'm talking about when you have your first sexual experience.
Hatsutaiken.
Is that hatsutaiken? Not keiken.
Taiken.
Oh, really? See, I'm not a vulgar guy, so I don't even know that. So hatsutaiken is your first sexual experience. So you can ask girls about that, or guys. You know, I hope you guys have had your first your hatsutaiken. If not, get on that. Pause this video, go take care of that, come back. Okay, let's go on. Ronri. This is one of my favorites. Ronri teki. Ronri teki.
Ronri teki.
Ronri teki. I can't do the R's. It's a genetic problem. I can't do it. I can't. Even I'm Spanish. I'm supposed to be. I can't do the R. Anyway, ronri teki. Ronri teki na. I just say it real quick and people know what I'm saying. Ronri teki is logical. Ronri teki na hito de wa nai. I say he's not a logical person. Here's one I don't often use, but I don't often use it, but I see it. Hite teki, which is someone who's negative person. Hite teki. Technical. Here's one. Technique is gijutsu, right? And gijutsu teki is technical. For example, technical things is gijutsu teki na koto. For those of you who are interested in the aesthetic, something that is aesthetic, beautiful, is biteki. Of course, bi you might recognize from bijin, beautiful. Periodical. These are hard. Teki. Tekiken. I think that Japanese girl talked about the tekiken, which is a pass. I don't have a tekiken, but it's a subway. It's a subway pass that you can use for a certain amount of time to go anywhere you want. A lot of school kids have them, like high school kids or I guess high school kids mostly, right? You buy like a 3-month pass, and that's called a tekiken. So that's a period. A ticket good for one period. So teki is periodical. For example, if you have periodical meetings, right? Scientific would be kagaku teki, and kagaku of course is science. So scientific, kagaku teki. Shinri is psychology. So what would psychological be? That's right, shinri teki. So it's very simple. You can expand your vocabulary by just adding teki to many words. Even if you're not sure, you can add teki to a word and people kind of get it, you know. So keizai is the economy. So economical would be keizai teki ni. The word financial is very similar. That's kinsen teki. And kin means money, and sen means what? Sen? Coins? So kinsen teki would be financial. Oh, ideal, like what's your idea of the ideal man or ideal woman? Riso teki. Riso teki would be ideal. Here's some more. Personal, shiteki. Objectively, these are very useful. Objectively, 객관적이, 객관적이. Subjectively, 주관적이. 주관적이. What else we have? Oh, so let's see if you can figure one out yourself. Japan is Nihon. So something that's Japanesey or Japanese would be Nihon TEKI. So it's very simple, right? Really easy to use, right? It kind of reminds me of the word poi. You remember poi? If you don't know the poi lesson, go back and look for the poi lesson. I'll try to leave a link in the description. If I forget, leave a comment up at it. Adding poi to the end of the word is kind of like ish for English, right? Like reddish, akapoi, you know. Anyway, teki works that way as well. Let's see what else we have here. That's basically it. Oh, and one of the great things about this lesson is that at the very end of the Maggie Sensei blog, she put a link to the iPad commercial that has a lot of these teki words and other adjectives, so you can learn from that as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.